gaps aren't real bad. See, it's kind of funky here, but you can do that with tabs under the trunk lid. I don't know that I'd try to suck this down, because that's going to want to settle into where it's at, you know what I mean?
Well, and I'm thinking that because when you have the hardtop on and it bolts up, I think it might pull a little bit, or maybe not. Maybe that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, and see, that'll make it rigid though. Once the hardtop's bolted on, if you're going to have a big, thick, cushy rubber strip under it, you know, it'll pull up and stuff. As you go assembling a car, you know, for this final time, that's when you do that shit that you go, okay, this ain't going to work, you know?
Right.
You know, then you'll space it. And if you put shit underneath that little trunk weather strip that goes on here, you know what I mean? You just, again, you do what you have to do.
Okay.
You know, but see, I got these all tinned up. These here need a little more attention. I went ahead and cut these out.
Oh, cool.
Smooth them in. But, you know, the hood, we're not bad, you know?
Yeah.
We're not bad at all. You know, see, it scoots forward a little bit. You know, it's just moving around that gap, so that gap's a little bigger than it would be.
Right.
Down here, you know, we got those. You know, these here, of course, you know, once we remove them.
Right.
You know, that fits in. We're not too bad here. I'll spend a little more time on that, but this is pretty good.
No, it's looking great.
You know, the hard top, I'm ready to get that here.
I put the fenders under the hardtop.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just on that rack. Pretty well cleaned up on it. You know, this is all pretty smooth. You know, any like final the main, the little bit of waviness, you know, will go on these little defects and things. And we'll fill that with primer and a little dab spot buddy. This here's a tiny bit low. I need to hit that. It's kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah, and I know, I didn't look at the other side, but the other side had like a real bad hole.
It's gone now.
Nice.
This after good.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's looking great.
Yeah, it won't be. You know, I mean, and this is kind of the quickest part of it that we're doing here. You know, doing this rough body work. You know, the progress, the visible progress is going to change a little bit now once we go to loading on primer and water blocking it. Because that's when you're like, now we're really fussing.
Okay.
But
so these are the what I was thinking about for pulling the back down. Is I got a smaller one, but you can see that there's these little pods that you can put on there.
Cool little things, yeah.
And I got the stuff for it too.
Well, if we have to do that at the end of it all, you know, that's all right. You probably won't have to, Jim, and it's not going to want to move a whole lot once you bolt that hard top on.
Okay.
I think what you're going to find is this isn't really too bad out. You don't see this guy, it's just funky. It's a little bit low right there, you know?
Right.
And I don't know if that's actually what it is, it's a low in the trunk lid.
Oh, you think?
Well, look across it right now. Look across it, you see a fucking dip in it.
Yeah.
Look at this line.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so we might. I don't know.
There's a little shadow in there too. So.
Yeah, but just looking at you can see the line. You know?
Right,
Look
right.
at this front edge.
Yeah.
See that front edge takes a little dip there.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and one thing, obviously, you have done what we're going to have here. And see, once I get these here and here okay, which I think they are.
Right.
I mean, we're real close. You need to remove the doors because there's a whole lot of body work that goes on the inside of these door jambs. You know, there's a big seam through them.
Right.
You know, and it's just...
Because this thing barely clears. I mean, it's shocking how close it is.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, like right in this area.
Yeah, but you V this back. You know what I mean? Taking this, I'll take this when the door is off. I'm going to cut this at a 45 right across the back side of that.
Yeah.
It won't thin it down a whole lot. We'll get rid of that sharp edge.
Okay.
That'll get you a whole lot more room.
Yeah, and this one was worse than the other side, I think.
See, I took a grinder to it a little bit. You know, but we got a body work for that.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's another thing. I don't know how you want to do it when we go to paint these doors. Obviously, these are just mother.
Yeah.
So much. but I don't know if you want to take the guts out of the doors or if we want to wrap them. You know, Marvin, when we did his 33, he stripped everything all the way down and started over again.
I'm all about, if we could just mask it, then let's
Okay.
mask it. Like,
All right, yeah.
I am totally happy with that.
Okay.
Because if it's going to get covered up with a panel anyways.
Well, yeah, if you get a little overspray or something. You know, and what I did on mine, one thing that'll help too, we did on Marvin's and stuff, once we paint these, before you finalize that, get you some of that can sound deadener, that can match stuff and that.
Yeah.
And put it on the inside of the doors.
Right.
Put it on the inside of the enclosures here.
Right.
You know, anything and everything you can do, you know, for Dynamat shit or whatever, you know.
Well, and that was the thing I was going to ask is you were talking about spraying black before spraying color. I was thinking about having the lizard skin, heat, and sound insulation on the inside of the hardtop.
Not gonna be a bad idea, you know, if you're gonna upholster, talk about, you know, because they're a cool car, not a nice car,
Right.
you know, so, you know, you can do that stuff, any of that little bit of stuff, you know, it helps a little bit. But, you know, if you go ahead and do something like that on the inside of here, you know, then you're gonna need to upholster it rather than, you know, just spray it. See, the sun's got that little bit of low right there.
Right.
But it's read on the inside, you know.
Do we need
Mine had another panel.
Right. And then they had that nice like little black pad or something you put up there.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. They said this is easier because you could flock it. It's like, I don't want to
Well,
flock
that's what
it.
they're after. You know, Mark did that on his 35 on that truck.
Yeah.
And it looked all right. It looked pretty cool.
Oh, really?
He goes, yeah, I've never seen such a mess in all
Oh,
of real
yeah,
life,
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to blow all that, you know, because you spray it with 77 or something
Right.
and blast it in there. He's like, holy mess, you know? But my concern is what are you going to do to clean it?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
After you've done that.
Right. So it's only a few days later and another amazing update. You can see the progress is going pretty quick. I'm totally excited about that. And hopefully in the next few days, we're going to get some spraying going on, some primer. And I got to figure out when and how I'm going to be doing the lizard skin. That's something I need to just bring down there and spray away, or, you know, because like it gets pretty messy, so you got to figure out where we're doing this. Or could I take the top back and then control the environment at my place or whatever. So we'll see what he thinks, and I still have product available to do. So, oh, and that reminds me, so I used some of that product the other day making those panels for my house. Well, I never did an update, but literally like 5-6 days later, a massive storm came through my neighborhood, actually derooted and turned over at least 5 main trees, and then another 20 trees or so, like a whole 15-foot branch was missing or whatever. So all I can say is I am so psyched I did those panels, because I would have had massive water damage in my house. And so I'm glad that, you know, doing this car gave me the skills to make those panels to seal my house up. And I did it at the just perfect timing to save myself. So I'm really psyched about that. So in any case, things are going great. I'll keep the updates coming, and have a great day.